Today I'm going to be using Mother Nature to help me out with this wet sanding project. Originally I was going to do this a bit later, but since today it decided to rain, I think it's the perfect opportunity to wet sand this. So before I would have to get the hose or a spray bottle or something, spray down the panel and then wet sand it. But right now, since it's raining, it kind of provides me with free water, so I could just sand this down and not really have to worry about putting water on top, because it's probably going to keep raining the whole entire day. For those of you who don't know what wet sanding is, it's you pretty much sand down the roughness of the paint. So from my understanding, when you spray, let's just say you spray this panel, the paint lays right here, but you get a bit of overspray over here. So if you already painted this piece, if you're painting right here, you get overspray over here, so then that overspray builds up and it leaves kind of like an orange peel effect. When the sun hits the panel and reflects, it doesn't look as crisp because the reflection is hitting that little piece and going over here, and it's just coming back and forth pretty much before it even hits your eye, therefore not giving you a very nice and smooth looking panel. If you look at this reflection, let's say the sun is right here, you could see that it doesn't look, I'll do it more over here on the flat panel. Right there, you could see, you can't really see it clear, and yes, I know there's water on there, but regardless, you can't see it very clear, whereas on the glass, you see exactly where that little spot of the sun is. Where over here, it just looks like a kind of a blob, and it kind of fades. So, once I wet sand this and get it smooth, the reflection should look a little bit closer to that, and should look very crisp, and you should be able to see the sun just where the sun is, and not kind of fade off. You can see now that I'm starting to give it a little bit. So the spots that are matte, that's where I'm hitting. Those are the high spots, and the low spots are the ones that are shining out. The way you can tell if you're all the way flat or you're at the lowest point and you're good to go is pretty much when the whole entire piece that you hit is matte and there's no shiny spots. If there's shiny spots, that means that's a low spot. Now you can see that still not done, but the whole entire hood is all matte. So now, like I said, you see all those little shiny spots, those are all low spots. So I gotta keep going. I've been doing this for about 10 minutes, and I just wanted to mention this before I forget. But I'm not hitting the corners or the edges at all. So you can see up here, I'm getting very close, maybe like a 16th all the way around. So I'm not hitting the edge, that way I don't burn the edge away, because the edge will burn really easily. Here you can see I'm being very careful, but even being careful, this whole thing is now flat, which is not a bad thing, but that means I've been focusing too much on there, so that's why that's like that. So far though, it's looking pretty good. I think now I'm gonna hit it with the 1500. I went down to 1000, so now I'm gonna hit it with the 1500, and then we'll see where we stand. Kind of forgot to give you guys a little update since it started to rain on me and I had to take a little break, but the hood is now done. Now I'm working on the fender. So here's a good shot at what it's supposed to look like. You can see right there, the tiny bit of shiny spots are the low spots, so I still have to work on it a little bit more. But that right there, if I decided to polish that, that would be good enough in my opinion, and it would be really good. So yeah, now we just got to do pretty much the whole entire truck. So yeah, now I'm gonna hit the whole entire truck with 1500, and then once I hit it with 1500, then I'll hit it with 2000. I was using the buffing, the wool pad. I was doing a little bit of research, and that is a little bit too aggressive. So as I was polishing the paint, I was also scratching the paint and burning it, which was making kind of haze up again. So I wasn't really getting the finish that I wanted to. I ended up getting this one. This is just the yellow foam. This is a buffing pad. So it's a little more aggressive than your standard polishing foam, but it's not as aggressive as the wool pad. So I'm giving this a shot with the same cutting compound. Like I said, I like this one because it has polish in it, so you're kind of doing a 2-for-1 deal, and it's working out pretty good. I have it at the 1000 RPM setting, and it's you can see right there, got a nice shine. I do have a bit of swirl marks, but I'm learning as I'm going, and I think what is going on is that I need to either one, add a little bit more of this, or two, hit it with a swirl mark remover and a different, less aggressive pad. But yeah, so far it's coming out pretty good. It's hard to see with the reflection right here, but this is, I believe I hit it with 1000 and then 1500 and then 2000, and then this is the results. It's kind of hard to see because it's yellow, so you don't really get a nice reflection showing the actual reflection of the colors and everything, like a black. I got the hood and the fenders done. You can see now it is now all nice and shiny. Not only that, but it definitely brought the color back. You can see the difference right here from the door. This just looks kind of faded and white, and this just looks like a very, very nice solid color. So you can see over there, we got the reflection on the hood now once again. So the front end is good. Now I'm gonna jump onto the doors and I guess just continue and keep going back. But yeah, guys, we're having a really, really nice reflection. Now you can see some divots, obviously, since that is just from my paint job skills. Now the whole entire truck is done, and man, look at that hood. Looking good. If you guys have any tips for me or the other viewers, then definitely put it down in the comment section below. That way we can all get some tips on how I could have done this wet sanding process better. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or comment down in the comment section below, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Peace out, guys.